Ladies and gentlemen, partners, and innovative thinkers, today marks a pivotal moment in our journey to transform the way that we visualize, interpret, and interact with data inside of Salesforce. We've always believed that the best solutions are those that evolve with the times, seamlessly integrating the cutting edge with the familiar. Our newest creation, Digital Twin, is a testament to this belief. Digital Twin is built on top of our robust foundational app, RenderDraw, in the Salesforce App Exchange. Digital Twin is more than just an app, it's a revolution for admins to set up and end users to utilize. Imagine a world where common tasks revolving around hierarchical structures in Salesforce, like assets, aren't just displayed as mundane lists or tables. Instead, those assets come alive, mirrored by vibrant 3D visuals that not only represent the data, but breathe life into it. This isn't merely about aesthetics, it's about intuitive understanding. Consider the very essence of an asset. At its core, an asset's either a complete entity or a fragment of a larger assembly. The connection between assets and their visual representation is natural, it's instinctive. Digital Twin embraces this symbiosis, bridging the gap between data and its tangible counterpart. Our team has poured countless hours into the development of Digital Twin, ensuring that our custom components not only deliver unparalleled performance, but also stand the test of time in your Salesforce org. From search pages to tree views, depicting hierarchies, from dynamic visual elements that allow for focusing and isolating on sections in the 3D scene, every facet of Digital Twin has been meticulously crafted. Without further ado, let's take a deep dive into this groundbreaking innovation.
Digital Twin is a great way to map a parent-child data structure in Salesforce to its 3D visual representation. Digital Twin can be used internally within any Salesforce cloud to view and manage assets or other hierarchical data structures, or can be exposed to partners, customers, or dealers using digital experiences. Digital Twin is LWR and digital experience enabled, so you can manage your digital twin wherever your workflow dictates.
All right, let's dive in. Today we'll be using Digital Twin in Sales Cloud. Remember, Digital Twin can be used anywhere in Salesforce as it is a native app, even in an LWR digital experience scenario. Digital Twin can be used as a standalone component on a screen or flow, or in the included flow like we're seeing now. We start our journey with the provided asset search screen. Now we are immediately filtering by the underlying account, where this component and flow are sitting based off of the record ID that is passed into the flow. The same logic can happen on the digital experience as it does here in Sales Cloud. We can start by searching by the product name or product code, and results appear below. Searching by the serial number is also possible either by typing in the serial number or by using RenderDraw's built-in QR or barcode scanner app so your users don't have to type or do any heavy lifting. Once we found the asset we were looking for, simply click to select button on the results pane, and we hand off that record over to the next screen in the flow. Remember, this flow is provided, but you can create your own if you have an additional step in the process. Our default flow is going to immediately open up the asset hierarchy, as it sits inside of Salesforce. But these object types can be customized using the settings inside of Salesforce that I provided to the Digital Twin install settings. If you want to utilize something along the lines of product hierarchies or any other parent-child relationship data in Salesforce, those will work as well. But the most common use case is typically assets. Now this visual is being loaded based on the Salesforce record we are pulling up. Using relationships we set up once, we can configure visuals that are reused for each different scenario. Today we're looking at assets that are related to products. Default visualizations can be set up per record and reused across all related records that follow the Salesforce database relationships themselves. Simply set up once and reuse the visual over and over again. If your CAD visual changes, update it once at the product level, and it's magically updated across all referenced objects like our asset here. And because we are using the RenderDraw package as a dependency, we can start from a CAD file, convert it right in Salesforce, and associate it to our product. This scales, and it's all designed for an admin to maintain right in Salesforce. Using the CAD file provides access down to the bolt, nut, and screw level, but we don't have to show or relate data down to that level, as those typically aren't warrantied assets in the Salesforce system. These details are nice to have, and although we can utilize them because we started from CAD, we certainly don't have to. We can simply utilize a higher level of the CAD file, the sub-assembly, to link to assets that can have warranties, but maintain the bolts and screws for fidelity, and for other use cases like spare parts isolation later. Now let's talk about interactions. As a partner, I want to be able to see and confirm my choices, not search a catalog for names that I have to mentally match and assume are correct. By default, we are showing this beautiful 3D visual alongside the asset hierarchy it represents from Salesforce. You can turn on options to show related Salesforce information on hover, such as product information. Now the tree view and 3D canvas work together in perfect harmony. When I select a component in the 3D visual, our context changes on the tree view, along with the title and context of the component. Clearing the selection and doing the opposite, selecting a tree item, will automatically isolate the component in the 3D model. These are default interactions. They can be turned off or extended using our visual logic on the product visualization itself. Interaction events for hierarchy focus and hierarchy focus lost are called on user action, so you can set up visuals just the way you like. Popular examples are showing images, showing interactive 2D canvases, or adjusting visibility and camera positions. A selection is providing context to the rest of the component for the record that was selected for other actions. This is extremely important as we want to be able to allow admins and partners to extend our functionality for other use cases that we can't possibly plan for now.
Digital Twin provides a great way to interact with your data contextually. We do this by providing related actions to the selected item. We provide a few configurable actions out of the box, so initial value is achieved on day one and can be extended with other packages from the App Exchange, custom apps, or admin-created Lightning flows.
Now we can look into related actions. Visuals without interactions are nothing but a pretty face. We're providing an experience rich in value and insight from Salesforce. By default, we provide 3 actions in this menu. Let's quickly take a look at each. Asset details. This displays the Salesforce record details of the selected asset, using your pre-existing layouts for a given user. Create work order. This is an easy way to create a work order with pre-populated data. This is a streamlined way for a customer or partner that needs help with a given asset. Create a case. Create a case and pre-populate with data from the asset. These can be turned off within the flow by unchecking the actions, so if they aren't for you, you don't have to have your users see them. Default actions are displayed in a sidebar right alongside the isolated visual. There is no room for confusion as to what part the record information we are displaying represents, and the user can visually verify their choices before creating a record in your system, saving them time and fixing mistakes before they happen. This was a huge issue for several of the manufacturers we consulted with when creating the Digital Twin app.
Digital Twin is perfect for partners and custom use cases. Admins can maintain and define custom flows to go along with their interactions. Everything can be accessed within your Salesforce system using Flow, enabling visual interactions for your data and customized business workflows. We provide the visuals and the user interaction flow. You get to define everything else. You get to control what your customer sees in terms of visuals and processes. Add a simple setting in the Salesforce setup screen to point to the new flow, and Viola. Your action appears right inside the component in the context menu. Actions can appear alongside the visual or as a pop-up to take over the content. Other related apps that you have already purchased and love get in on the action as well. Just add the components to a flow and off you go. And the best part is, we pass along the needed information so you can communicate with the 3D rendering directly, using Lightning messages, natively in Salesforce. If you want to do things like add colors for parts that need service, isolate spare components not part of an asset, or position the camera in 3D space, every single RenderDraw API is available right at your fingertips. This level of integration can only come from native apps communicating with one another on the Salesforce platform.
Now, if our default actions aren't for you, say if you are using something other than assets or if you want to utilize a custom flow, it's time to jump into settings and create a new record to point us to where you want to go. We will pass the selected record over, along with the specific renderer that is loaded on the screen, and you can launch your flow alongside the drawing in the sidebar, or as a pop-up over the entire screen if you need some elbow room. Let's take a look at an example using Salesforce IoT data and Manufacturing Cloud. This custom flow launches and enables users to troubleshoot and triage their own device using your data and sensors. The lookups are done in Salesforce Flow, and within that flow, you can even make real-time callouts and display the results to the user. They can request help if there is a problem, and your business logic is fired with the customer being confident they are getting help for the right part visually. No second guessing here. But what about more complex user interactions? Let's say spare parts. This is typically a huge pain for manufacturers and can be solved once again with visuals and Salesforce data. Ensuring users are ordering the correct part can be a pain that is avoided by coupling Digital Twin with our other components. Remember, Digital Twin is based on RenderDraw, so we can utilize everything we have to offer, like an interactive, exploded 2D diagram alongside your 3D visuals. Users can hover over areas that represent records in Salesforce. There is no guesswork for the user. Simply find the part by dragging the diagram and hover for more information. If it's what we want, we can click, and a new customizable screen opens. Get it yet? We are enabling each step of interaction to be customized for the specific journey you want to display to users in a scalable fashion. We can add this to a cart and know it's correct, because an admin has linked to the parts and pricing information. The user gets a better interaction, and you get assurance that the correct part was ordered. The options are limitless, but starting is simple, like everything we do at RenderDraw.
Today, we explored the capabilities of our brand new Digital Twin app. We delved into the process of searching assets by product name, code, or serial numbers. We saw how assets connect, displaying relationships between parents and their sibling assets directly from Salesforce data. We saw the pre-built, customizable visual effects offer a seamless interaction. Whether you're selecting assets from their labels in the hierarchy or touching them directly from your 3D models, there's value delivered on day one with predefined actions. What's truly special is the ability to expand functionality with new admin-defined actions as time passes, all without the need for custom code. Now, even though developing an app that packs all of this incredible technology into Salesforce would typically break the bank, whether you're a long-time user or just joining us, this feature is yours for no additional charge. That's right, $0. As we continue to expand, we believe Digital Twin will be a jumping-off point for manufacturers to get even more value from the RenderDraw team. We know you will find this experience magical. We are so excited and can't wait to see the amazing things you'll create.